Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction and thoughts. Today we have more Hellraiser news, Jamie Clayton's Pinhead basically. I think this is new images. It might be a bit more in-depth of what we saw from yesterday. As well, if you guys haven't checked out my other video, I showed the alien concept art and some other photos of Pinhead and other characters from the Hellraiser movie, including the mask, which is a brand new, a completely brand new character for this version of Hellraiser. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll link that in the description and at the end cards. But today we have some more updated images, I assume. So just like my Prey videos, I'm going to dive pretty deep into covering this because, again, I'm a massive fan of Hellraiser and a massive fan of horror as well. So if you guys do enjoy this, make sure you like and sub. I'll remove my face cam now and we'll get into the article. So it goes as follows. Sense8 actress Jamie Clayton takes over the role of Pinhead in Hulu's franchise reimagining, which is set to unleash pain and pleasure exclusively on Hulu on October 7th, 2022. Again, try and look out for around that time frame. I'm definitely going to be doing a movie reaction to this. Also before this movie, so maybe starting next week, I'll be doing my retrospective reaction to the first movie, and then the week after that, part 2. And then obviously October 7th, or around that time, my obviously reaction for that movie will come. So keep in tune and, you know, keep a lookout because I'll definitely be covering this. USA Today has shared a brand new image of Clayton as our new Pinhead this afternoon, and you will find it above, well, below for you guys. And also check out its first look at the film's puzzle box right here. Okay, I gotta check that out as well. Today's new shot is particularly interesting because it's the first sneak peek we've seen of the body design of Clayton's Pinhead. We've lightened it up a bit to give you a better look. So we've got Jamie Clayton's Pinhead right here, and just like what I said yesterday, I really like this take on Pinhead. It's very different to Dud Bradley's version, and I like that they've done that. There's visually distinctions now between the two. Obviously Dud Bradley and Jamie Clayton. I don't really care about the other actors that done the kind of direct-to-TV. I think they're all pretty shitty movies. After 2, even Hellraiser 3 I don't like, even though Dud Bradley is in that. I don't like that one that much. But what I'll do now is I'll grab my mouse and zoom in a touch. I really like the pins look pretty good. Again, the prosthetics look nice. I don't remember, Dud Bradley didn't have this scar. No, I don't think he did. He had hooks at the back. I think where his ear was, or around here. He had a couple of hooks like extending to the collar. We'll get to that part soon. Overall, I like this. I think this looks pretty good. I mean, it's familiar for horror fans to see this and know, oh, it's Pinhead. But it's different compared to Dud Bradley's, where it does look unique. And scrolling down yesterday, I did think these little parts on the neck, it's interesting that we see it at the back. So it looks like it's gone through like the esophagus back to like, what's that, the vertebrae, I think. Same here. This looks like the configuration box stuck in her neck, or maybe the Leviathan. Again, very interesting take. We scroll down a bit here as well, and I think I'm right where I said I think this version of Pinhead's probably going to be nude, and what's going to be covering up the, you know, the nudity is torn flesh, because seeing it on the neck here and the chest, it looks like there's a bit down here as well. It might be the whole torso, and obviously the genitalia is like torn flesh, so it's technically nude, but it's censoring that nudity. But overall, this does look really, really creepy as a Pinhead. And like I said yesterday, I wonder what take they go with this. So for example, Dud Bradley had the deep, really intimidating voice, but in the novella, Pinhead spoke like a female child, even though the gender was pretty ambiguous and not known, but the voice was childlike. So again, it'll be pretty creepy if they do that with this version of Pinhead. And yeah, overall I'm excited. They did mention the configuration box, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly go to that and speak on the configuration box. So this is the configuration box. Again, pretty much like all the Hellraiser movies, it's not that different, which is not a bad thing. It's very familiar to horror guys, horror lovers. Why did I just disappear for a sec? But yeah, it's the configuration box. I mean, it looks a bit different. I think some of the shapes here look a touch bit different from the original. I have heard that the gimmick is a bit different to the original first two movies, where there's different levels to what's going to happen if you mess around with this. So it's not going to be like the first two where you mess it up and you activate it and then the Cenobites come. It's apparently going to be, like I said, it's going to level up to become worse and worse and worse off for you. So again, that's another interesting take in my opinion. And like I said before in my other video, the configuration box has always attracted people that have struggled or had inner struggles. So again, with this new character suffering with drug addiction, again, it's going to... The configuration box has always purposely attracted those type of people. So again, I'm excited to see how this plays out, and hopefully it's as good as the first two, if not better than the other sequels. But again, Clive Barker is involved with this one, so it leads me to believe that it will be just as good, if not maybe a little bit of a downgrade from the first two, but we have to see from that. In the new Hellraiser movie from Hulu, a young woman struggling with addiction comes into possession of an ancient puzzle box, unaware that its purpose is to summon the Cenobites, a group of sadistic supernatural beings from another dimension. Hulu's Hellraiser has been rated R for some very Hellraiser things, including strong bloody horror violence and gore, language throughout, some sexual content, and brief graphic nudity. And I think that's where I'm honing in with the Cenobite appearances. I think they're going to have the brief graphic nudity. But yeah, we have to wait to see, I guess. The project is being described as a loyal yet evolved reimagining of Clive Barker's 87 horror classic. And the best possible news is that Clive Barker is on board as a producer. And again, that leads me to believe that it's going to be at the very least better than part 3. Because from what I remember, Clive wasn't part of that. And obviously the rest of those straight to DVD movies, I don't think he was a part of those as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this article. Again, I'm so far pretty confident that this will be enjoyable at the least. Again, hopefully it's on par with the first two. And yeah, like I said before, my next two retrospective reviews or reactions will be the Hellraiser movies. I don't know if it's going to be soon, but it will be next week and then the week after, because then following those 2 weeks, this movie comes out. So I'm going to be doing it like that, like scheduled. So keep a lookout for those, because they will be here. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure you like and sub, and I'll see you in the next one.